Solipsism is the philosophical idea that only one's own mind is sure to exist. As an extreme form of subjectivism, solipsism denies the existence of a world independent of one's own perceptions and thoughts and holds that knowledge of anything beyond one's own mind is unattainable. This is because the only thing that one can be certain of is the existence of one's own thoughts and experiences. Solipsism is often misunderstood as the belief that one is the only person in the world. However, this is not quite accurate. A solipsist may believe that other people exist, but that they cannot be certain of this. For all they know, other people could be figments of their imagination. The word solipsism comes from the Latin word solus, meaning alone, and ipse, meaning self. It was first coined by the French philosopher René Descartes in the 17th century. Descartes began his philosophical journey by doubting everything he could doubt. He wanted to find a foundation for knowledge that could not be shaken. He started by doubting his senses, arguing that they could deceive him. He then doubted his own thoughts, arguing that he could be dreaming or hallucinating. Descartes eventually came to the conclusion that the only thing he could be sure of was his own existence. He famously wrote, "Cogito, ergo sum," meaning I think, therefore I am. Solipsism is a radical philosophical theory, but it has been defended by some notable philosophers, including George Berkeley, David Hume, and Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. There are a number of arguments that can be made in favor of solipsism. One argument is based on the fact that we can only directly experience our own thoughts and experiences. We cannot directly experience the thoughts and experiences of others. We can only infer their existence based on our own experiences. Another argument for solipsism is based on the possibility of brain-in-a-vat scenarios. A brain-in-a-vat scenario is a hypothetical situation, similar to what Neo experiences in the Matrix. The person's brain is connected to a computer that simulates all of their experiences. In this scenario, the person would have no way of knowing that they were not actually experiencing the world. Well, until they took the red pill and realized that there was no spoon. Some think that the fact that we dream can be an argument in favor of solipsism. When we dream, we have experiences that seem to be real, but which are actually not real. It is therefore possible that our entire lives are simply dreams. Other philosophers cite the argument from perception. When we perceive the world around us, we are only directly aware of our own sense data. We do not have direct access to the things themselves that are causing it. It is therefore possible that the things that we perceive do not actually exist. Lastly, some say that solipsism is a simpler explanation for the world than the existence of other minds. If only our own minds exist, then we do not need to explain how other minds work or how they interact with our own minds. Would you call those arguments for solipsism ambiguous gobbledygook? Well, let's next take a look at the arguments that can be made against solipsism. Perhaps the strongest argument is that solipsism is impractical. If we were to take solipsism seriously, we would have to doubt the existence of everything outside of our own minds. This would make it impossible to function in the world. Another argument against solipsism is that it is self-defeating. If solipsism is true, then there is no one else to know that it is true. This means that solipsism is a claim that cannot be verified or falsified. As a result, it is a meaningless thought exercise. Then there's intersubjectivity. We share experiences with other people. We can talk to each other, learn from each other, and help each other. This suggests that other people exist independently of our own minds. In addition to other people, we interact with physical objects in the world. We can push against chairs, feel the warmth of the sun, and eat food. This suggests that physical objects exist independently of our own minds. Next, science is based on the assumption that the world exists independently of our own minds. We can make observations and predictions about the world, and these observations and predictions are often confirmed. This suggests that the world must be real. So, what are the implications of solipsism for our lives? Does it mean that our choices and actions don't matter? Does it mean that we can't trust our own senses? If someone is a strong believer in solipsism, they may believe that their actions have no real consequences, since only their own mind exists. This could lead them to make selfish or reckless choices, without regard for the well-being of others. On the other hand, some people interpret solipsism as a call to responsibility. If they believe that they are the only conscious being in the universe, then they may feel that they have a duty to create a good world for themselves. This could lead them to make kind and compassionate choices, even if they believe that no one else is affected by their actions. Solipsism can also lead to feelings of isolation and alienation. If someone believes that they are the only real person in the world, they may feel like they cannot connect with others in a meaningful way. This could lead to depression, anxiety, and other mental health problems. Ultimately, the impact of solipsism on someone's life depends on their individual beliefs and personality. For some people, it can be a liberating and empowering philosophy. For others, it can be a source of great anxiety and despair. My take is that solipsism is impractical, and even dangerous, to take seriously in everyday life. It, however, can be a useful thought experiment to help one develop critical thinking skills. It can help us to appreciate the fact that we can never be entirely certain of anything outside of our own minds. It is important to remember that solipsism is just a philosophical exercise. It is not a fact. There is no evidence to suggest that it is true. In everyday life, it is important to act on the assumption that other people and the world around us exist. We can interact with other people and we can make plans for the future. We can do these things because we believe that the world is real and that other people are real. Now, are you wondering why you didn't take the blue pill? Thanks for watching. Please give us a like if you enjoyed this video and feel free to comment to let us know your thoughts on it. Also, check out our other study review videos on other philosophers and philosophies.